Hello and welcome back. This is your video number 3 and today's video is all about the Superman. So those of you that haven't done my class, I do try and use this exercise again in most of my classes if we are going to be in our tabletop position. It is great for coordination, it is great for the strength in the legs, in the upper body and most importantly that core. So we are going to be working on balance and we are going to be working on coordination. Two things that as we get older, we lose without even realising. My coordination was absolutely shocking and I am still quite young. So I know how important it is to keep that balance and to keep that coordination because once it goes, and it is a very important thing to have throughout all of the later years in life. The more balance we have, the less falls we have, the longer we live. So we're going to come into our tabletop position for this exercise, which is our Superman. Now I'm going to do a build up to this exercise because a lot of exercises in Pilates look very simple, however they are quite challenging once you actually try the exercise out. So tabletop position here, hands and knees, 4-point kneeling also known as. Hands are both underneath the shoulders and those knees are underneath those hips. Now I always like to keep my feet nice and flat. Sometimes people like to curl their toes under, whatever is more comfortable for you. Now, in this position, automatically you have a natural C-curve like we do when we're lying down. So here, to bring that core into play, you're going to tuck that tailbone under, lift up through that core, and you're going to hold that tummy in nice and tight here. Now, really thinking about that core strength, so we're not leaning into the arms, because even though we are working through the upper body as well, we shouldn't just be feeling this exercise within those shoulders. So first things first for this exercise before we get into our full Superman, I want you to simply take in a nice big deep breath to brace the core. And as you exhale, lifting one of those arms up and away to lengthen away in front of you. Inhale, slowly guide that hand down and you're going to repeat onto the other side. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale to lower. So keep going like this using that breath. So the reason I do this is to bring that sense of balance into play. So although we have 4 points on the mat, as soon as we lift one off, we want to remain in that exact same position so that hand is not going to tarnish that positioning of the body. Now, head should always be facing down, but the head should not be down. So the head should always be up, just like mine is, so it's in line with your spine. Lengthening out. Now, taking a pause here, we're going to move into those legs. So again, keeping the hands exactly where they are, the body is nice and strong. We're keeping that core nice and tight. And we're going to go with the legs this time. So instead of taking the arms out, we're taking those legs out. So as we exhale, we're going to lengthen out one of those legs and draw it back in. Now again with Pilates, it's all about lengthening. It's all about control. It's all about precision. It's not about how fast or how high you can go, which is why I always say it's one of the most inclusive forms of exercise anybody can bring themselves into. It is for absolutely everybody, and I have not yet met someone that hasn't experienced the benefits of having Pilates in their lives. So again, we're going from side to side, exhaling, keeping that body nice and balanced on the mat. Beautiful work. Let's go for one more. And take that leg down. Perfect. Now this is where the coordination comes in. So you're going to take one of your arms out into a lengthened position with the fingertips down. Instantly, we're bringing balance into play again. The opposite leg, you're going to lengthen out with the toes down. So just hold in this position for a moment. Draw that belly button up. And as you exhale, you're going to lift both arm and leg off the floor. So you're going to lift. You might be a little bit wobbly here, absolutely fine. You might have to do it a few times to find that balance. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. So again, nice, slow, controlled movement, always lengthening. Let's go for 2 more. Exhale, lift. And lower. Well done. And again, lift. And lower. Perfect stuff. Slide that hand and knee back in. Lengthening out through the other side now. Same again here, tuck under, embrace that core. Exhale as you raise arm and leg. Inhale to lower. And again, your workout, your balance, your abilities. Do what's good for you and build on what you can do. Last one on this side. Drop it down, draw it back to the center. And we're just going to sit back into those heels, leaving the hands where they are. Resting that forehead down. This is our child's pose here. In any of my classes, if we are in our tabletop position, which is the position we've just been in, I always say to people, if you do need a little rest in between each set, don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Sit back into your child's pose and have the rest that you need. Let's go for an inhale. And then exhale, we're going to rise it back up into our tabletop position. Now we are going to go into our full Superman now. And again, if you can't quite get the full Superman now, absolutely no problem. You've got something to work towards. It is not an easy exercise in the slightest. Tuck that tailbone under, engaging through that core, the most important part here. Inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, opposite arm to opposite legs, going to lengthen out. Inhale, draw down, and we switch sides. Exhale. Inhale, down, switch sides again. Exhale. Inhale to lower, well done. And just keep switching from side to side, again taking your time, using that breath with your movement. Amazing work, keep that going here. Now people do get confused from trying to do it with the same arm and the same leg. It is possible, but it is very, very off balance, as you can imagine, which is why we're going with opposite arm to opposite leg. Let's go for 2 more here. Absolutely amazing work, well done. Last time. Drop it down. Take your rest back into child's pose. Inhale. And exhale, rising back up. And that is our Superman series complete. So again, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial on how to do the Superman. We now have the bridge and the Superman, and you can put those two together. Again, they are amazing for the entire body, for the balance, for the mind, coordination, strength, toning. So yeah, amazing stuff, guys. Looking forward to video number 4 and 5. Take care.